Timothy John Page was a British-Australian photographer. He was noted for the photos he took of the Vietnam War, and was later based in Brisbane, Australia. Early life and education. Timothy James Hamilton Laurence was born on March 1, 1955 in Camberwell, South London, the son of Commander Guy Stewart Laurence, RN, and Barbara Allison Laurence. He has an older brother, Jonathan Dobry Laurence. The Laurences descend from Zachariah Levy, a Jewish merchant who arrived in England from Venice in the late 18th century. The family name was later changed to Laurence. Laurence was educated at the New Beacon Preparatory School and then at Sevenoaks School, Kent, and University College, University of Durham, on a naval scholarship, where he received a Bachelor of Science upper second-class honours degree in geography. At university, he edited the student newspaper, Palatinate. Naval career. Laurence was commissioned a midshipman in the Royal Navy on January 1, 1973 and made an acting sub-lieutenant on January 1, 1975. Upon leaving Durham he completed his initial training at the Britannia Royal Naval College Dartmouth, and was posted to HMS Aurora, a Plymouth-based frigate. He was promoted to lieutenant 10 months early, on March 1, 1977. In 1978, Laurence was attached to the training establishment HMS Vernon and in the next year served on the minesweeper HMS Pollington. Laurence then served briefly as the second navigating officer of the Royal Yacht HMY Britannia, and from 1980 to 1982 he was navigating officer of the destroyer HMS Sheffield. He took command of the patrol boat HMS Signet off Northern Ireland in 1982, as part of the patrols for IRA gun runners. For his services he was mentioned in dispatches. After attending HMS Dryad for the Principal Warfare Officer course, Laurence was promoted to Lieutenant Commander on March 1, 1985, and posted to the frigate HMS Alacrity. He attended the Royal Australian Navy Tactics course at HMAS Watson, Sydney, in March 1986, during which he was notified of his first staff appointment as equerry to the Queen, a post he held from October 11, 1986 until September 16, 1989. He was promoted to commander on December 31, 1988. In October 1989, Laurence was posted to the new frigate HMS Boxer, and took over as commanding officer on January 30, 1990, at age 34. Between 1992 and 1994, Laurence served on the naval staff in the Ministry of Defence, London. On May 16, 1994, he was appointed the first military assistant to the Secretary of State for Defence, Malcolm Rifkind, to provide military advice in his private office. Laurence was promoted to captain on June 30, 1995, and until 1996 commanded the frigate HMS Cumberland. In May 1996, the ship returned from the Adriatic, where HMS Cumberland served in the NATO-led IFOR task force. On August 27, 1996, Laurence was appointed commanding officer of the frigate HMS Montrose as well as captain of the 6th Frigate Squadron. Until October 1996, the ship was deployed to the South Atlantic, on Falkland Islands patrol. In July 1997, Laurence returned to the Ministry of Defence, first on the naval staff and then from June 1998, on promotion to Commodore, as a member of the implementation team for the 1998 Strategic Defence Review. Later career. From January 1999, Laurence was Hudson Visiting Fellow at St Antony's College, Oxford, where he wrote a paper on the relationship between humanitarian assistance and peacekeeping. He was then posted to the Joint Services Command and Staff College as a Commodore, as Assistant Commandant, effective June 15, 1999. From 2001 to the spring of 2004, Laurence was back at the Ministry of Defence, as Director of Navy Resources and Programs. Laurence was promoted to Rear Admiral on July 5, 2004, and appointed Assistant Chief of the Defense Staff with responsibility for resources and plans. On April 30, 2007, he was promoted to Vice Admiral, and appointed Chief Executive of Defence Estates. Laurence became Head of Profession for the British Government's Property Asset Management Community in July 2009. The community includes practitioners in construction procurement, estates and property management, and facilities/contracts management. The Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors made Laurence an honorary member in 2009. Laurence retired from the Navy in August 2010 and now pursues a portfolio of mainly non-executive and charitable interests, with a particular emphasis on property and regeneration. He was on the board of the project management company Capita Simons until 2014 and is non-executive chairman of the property developers Dorchester Regeneration. He is non-executive chairman of Perfa Eat Center Regeneration, a newly established company specializing in site reclamation and regeneration. He was a senior military advisor to PA Consulting until 2015. Laurence has been chairman of the English Heritage Trust since April 2015 and until June 30, 2019 was vice chairman of the Commonwealth War Graves Commission. He is a trustee of the HMS Victory Preservation Company. His transport interests include membership of the Great Western Advisory Board.